Alright, hey guys, so I'm just gonna share some ideas um, that I had about this game recently. Sorry, I'm a little bit jaded because I spent nearly all day working on this guy. I can show you, I've been trying to migrate everything to Google Drive, that's done. And I'm trying to migrate things to Mega to, it's like 9,000 plus files. I had other files previously, and then all these sort of things. And I'm just going to show my desktop. I went through so many stupid screen recorders, okay? This one, alright, sorry about that. I just realized that when you click on this guy, it pauses everything. I really need to get, the hang of figuring out these programs out faster, but anyway, so basically, what I was thinking of doing was, so here's Unity. This is my game engine that I work in order to make this video game. And first thing is, I want to call it Hard Love. The reason is because, so you got your, God, where are they? You have, it's going to be a first-person shooter. There's going to be, all these characters have guns and everything, but since you can talk to one another, since you can, speak to one another, you'll have a lot of situations in gunfights where people might be shooting at each other, and then one will be like, oh, surrender, or, yell something like that, or, because everybody would know each other, because they all go in to this game to have fun, I guess. And so there'll be a lot of those kinds of situations where conversation and violence kind of mix, and I thought it'd be cool to reference that in the name. And it's called Hard Love or something like that, some kind of name where love or something like that and hardness are in the same compound word. And yeah, I mean that's that was my idea. I could explain that later in more detail. But anyways, so basically, this is the main character, and my idea was, right now voice and stuff is working. What I wanted to do was, see this mouth right here? I wanted to kind of, have it scale as you're talking. So when you're really quiet, it'll be kind of small, and then it kind of scales out like that as you're speaking. And if I can just move over here. Sorry, my mouse is broken. I don't know why it's doing that. Let's go to materials. So that would give you feedback in the center, right? In the center, in the front. When you're looking front on to a character, when they're speaking, you'll have some visual feedback to that. But if you're behind the person, I also wanted you to be able to tell by having the color kind of oscillate to this more vibrant color. So whether it be this kind of copperish color or some kind of green, I want it to kind of do that oscillation. I was even thinking of adjusting the smoothness too as it's speaking. Okay. And so the last thing was I was thinking of adding so all this player text and stuff, I want you to be able to set it for your own character at the start, so that way everybody can see you by name. And so you could put your initials here. Oops, sorry, that's not my initials. That's my initials. And then people can always tell who you are. This is a little bit too big at the moment, but I'll just change it. And there'll be that, and then you can change your color. And I think I'm even going to allow you to get hats, little hats to put on. If I could show you really quick. Let's just parent this here, set it small. You can have a little hat like that. My only problem with hats is that if this is going to be a first-person shooter, hats will change up the dynamic in the sense that so this is all the head, and the head is probably going to have some multiplier to it for like headshots. And hats will either make the head hitbox larger by adding more geometry to it, and therefore make it easier to hit the player, or if I say hats are not part of the head, then they'll occlude part of the head, which will make that person harder to hit in a sense. And so they'll either provide an advantage or a disadvantage depending on which way I go, and I don't really know how much I want to do that. One solution I was thinking of was maybe to have transparent hats. So like, let's just call this trans, and I'll show you. Like maybe something like this. And try it on here. So that's like a transparent hat. Actually, that should be a not cutout. Sorry, transparent. Yeah, and then maybe that way, because then that means you can wear the hat, and then your head will still be the same size. But then at the same time, I did want you to be able to change your head shape at the same time to something different. You know what I mean? I wanted you to be able to do that. So I'm gonna have to figure stuff out, but I think the bottom line is, because this is a casual game technically, I can kind of do these things, not worry too much about the implications. So that's what I'm betting on right now, that I'm just gonna be able to do these things and not worry too much. Oh, it's gonna make it kind of easier to hit that person. Oh, it's gonna make it kind of hard to hit that person. Instead, I think what I'm gonna end up doing is just say like, oh, fuck it, whatever. Just like, you can walk around with a barrel as your head if you want to. Actually, let's do that right now. I kind of like this one character. I forgot the indie game he's from, but he has like a barrel as a face. Actually, not in this orientation. It was more the other orientation, but see, that's the freedom I get with making this game. Really quick, I'm just gonna say one thing. Now I'm just gonna mark something on the description that this is just endnotes. I am a Counter-Strike fanboy all the way. I like, games with a lot of skill involved, and that's why I'm like hardwired to think of things in terms of gameplay. Like, oh, that's gonna make it easier for that person to kill that person. Oh, that's gonna make it harder for that thing to kill that thing. I have not this sheet of paper, but like, if I had my notes with me right now, I have so many notes on just very intricate game balance where I'm like, okay, so if they have a reaction time of 0.2 seconds, and then this person peeks this person, the peak time from the time his body is visible to the time he's at, a velocity of 0 should be the exact same time that it takes for a guard who is watching that corner, who has an average reaction time of like 0.25 seconds to notice him. Like, all these things go on through my head. And so it would be nice if I just had a game where like I just didn't have to think about that. But knowing me, I just end up thinking about it anyways, because I'm just hardwired to think about gameplay. So anyways, this is ending notes number 2. Thank you so much, all you people who are involved. It's really nice after like hours of work and like intricately making all these changes to just have a bit of fun while also testing it at the same time. That's like the beauty of game design. You're working and having fun at the same time. So, in any case, thank you all, and this is update number 1 for Hard Love, which is still kind of a working title.